Zero moment of truth, ZMOT, is now becoming more and more important than ever. Obviously, with regards to branding and your brand SERP and reputation management, especially now AI has come along. Now it's starting to get, you might have a positive brand SERP, but the AI could be bringing in some negative reviews. And this zero moment of truth has become more important than ever. But what in the role from an SEO standpoint, or what can people do? With regards to zero moment of truth, what are you trying to do there and how important is it nowadays?
Sure. Very first thing from SEO agency or SEO specialist perspective is the challenge with client, because you need to make sure your client actually understands how important is this stage of customer journey, and it's crucial because clients, when they negotiate the KPIs, the strategy, discussing all the stuff, they are focusing on pure performance, like rankings for category pages, let's say, and traffic clicks on category pages so far. So it can be a vanity metric from business point of view if your brand is not managed properly, because okay, I can look for anything, end up on the website, see those products, but then parallelly visit another tab, visit Google and ask, are those products high quality? What are people saying about this brand, this shop, whatever? And if I end up with information that is questioning the quality, or signaling that customer journey is shitty, or they don't accept returns, or there are some other problems, then I could decide, okay, let's look for some alternatives, right? So this is very important, because we can see clicks for category pages, but we don't see all that research that people are doing about our brand, or we can see that only to some extent. And this is very important nowadays, because we just don't control 10 blue links like we used to. It's more important to focus on AI overviews or AI mode stuff, and it's difficult to measure that and analyze that. And LLMs are pulling a lot of stuff, reviews, opinions, all the stuff on the web, and it's really mixed. And if you don't analyze that, if you don't question your reputation, and you don't find all the angles that people are kind of investigating, you can be missing very important things. So yeah, checking that how your brand is perceived by LLMs, and obviously also taking action to take care of it is very important right now.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously you're a very, very successful e-commerce SEO brand, and obviously yourself, you're one of the best e-com kind of SEO specialists there is out there. Do you think though, moving away from e-com, so you're getting the clicks, you're getting the impressions, and people are coming through, do you think that these business owners should be setting a different budget to one side for the branding, the AI reputation, hiring, let's say, like a geo expert, generative engine optimization specialist? Should that have a different budget? Because obviously if you're kind of built on, you've got your KPIs on impressions and clicks, but then they're not converting because the zero moment of truth and the branding of that product isn't good enough, does that need to be a separate budget? Does that need to be, or do they expect you to try and improve their branding as well as getting higher rankings?
I think I know your opinion on that. We used to talk about that, but from my point of view, it all depends on your relation with the client. If you're already working for years, you don't need to set up like a separate budget. So it depends on how you've been doing your budgeting before. For example, in my agency, we were very transparent about the budget, so we were creating like the pie chart for the client to show how much is going for links, how much for content, how much for our man hours, man days, etc. So adding other stuff into that doesn't change the name of the service. We are still offering SEO, but being transparent about the actual weight of the specific services, specific tactics, let's say, you implement is a wise thing, because then you make your client aware that we should actually focus that, and we are focusing on that. So whether it's a separate service, separate budget, or if it's all in one wallet, let's say, it doesn't make any difference. It's just like a communication issue, let's say. But I'm really sure that all SEOs need to take action into this reputation management stage and zero moment of truth element of their clients' customer journey. So you can impact that with some tactics that you are already using for classical rankings, but there are also some other stuff, other tactics that are more like LLM targeted, right? Like mentions, listicles, rankings, made up rankings, or genuine ones. It depends, right? But yeah, it's something a little bit different than classical offsite SEO, let's say.
I think the only reason why I believe that it should be a separate budget, or at least if they're paying you X amount and you're breaking that down and explaining to them how much is going towards LLM optimization or AI optimization or GEO or whatever you want to call it, is because if there's one or two bad reviews that are showing up in the LLMs, and then you want to try to start promoting other reviews that are positive and try to sink down the negative reviews, part of that budget then is being spent away from the website and on, let's say, Trustpilot, or it could be on Google Business Profiles or on third-party websites where you're trying to promote the positive stuff about the brand, which then means that less budget is being spent on the main website. And if you're set on KPIs on your main website to grow impressions and clicks and sales and all the rest of it, well, you're spending less on the main website. And that's the only reason why I feel like branding should have a different budget to setting KPIs on growth of impressions and clicks. I feel like it should, or it should be segmented. They might say, look, we can't afford any more, but you, within your bar chart saying, or your pie chart saying, okay, 25% of this budget is going to be spent here, which means it's going to take us 25% longer to hit the KPIs, if that makes sense. I just don't like the idea of SEO agencies having to try and absorb doing all the branding and then still having the same KPIs, yet now they're doing loads of off-page stuff and it's costing them more money, if that makes sense. And that's the only teething point that I have with regards to branding, AI reputation, and zero moment of truth.
Yeah, totally agree. From this perspective, it makes a lot of sense. So, like you said, it's a matter of communication, setting up KPIs, your relation with the client. So, very important thing you mentioned, KPIs, right? So for 2026, we are discussing all this stuff with our clients, and we are not upselling the different service like GEO, LLMO, or whatever, but we are kind of changing their focus from old KPIs like clicks on category pages, right, to these new KPIs, new metrics like share of voice within LLMs, or sentiment towards brand within LLMs, and you can actually analyze that, monitor that, and track the changes and affect how it's presented, right? So with new KPIs, new budgets, maybe new names of services, it depends on you and your communication with clients. But yeah, for sure you need to have some extra budget for that. It's not it can be done like one extra click in CMS or something like that. It's a separate strategy, separate tactic, whatever you call it.
Yeah, so anyone who's watching this, have you ever looked at the zero moment of truth? Have you ever actually got one of your products and actually started to search, should I buy XXX? Should XXX versus, and then seeing if any other products show up, and then actually searching that yourself and seeing whether you're happy. Is it a positive sentiment or a negative sentiment? Because if it is a negative sentiment, that could be massively affecting your conversion rate. It's a massive part, I feel, with regards to AI reputation management, branding, and zero moment of truth. Zero moment of truth. Make sure you check it out. I think it's a big thing moving into 2026. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Cheers, Szymon.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.